Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. Big time wins for two teams today. The Pacers went out there and got it done against the Knicks. Big time win, they need that win. And then we see the goddamn Nuggets go out there and just dominate. I thought they would win this game right here to try to like give themselves back in the series, but I think they're gonna win like this. They went out there and dominated the Timberwolves. It started off very close, but then in the third quarter, the Nuggets went out there and went crazy. They had like a 20-point lead, and they started extending the lead more and more. They just dominated throughout the second half of the game. It was very good. So the Pacers needed that. Came down to the wire for them, and they have another game, of course, coming up. I believe they play on Sunday, so they had another game come on Sunday. And of course, the Timberwolves and Nuggets, I think, play on Sunday as well, so every other day is a game. But that was a big time win for them. Also, the Cavs getting that big win against the Celtics to tie the series up. Spider-Man, Donovan Mitchell going out there and just showing dominance. Like, they're going out there and just playing amazing basketball. The Cavs have been looking even better. Like that first series against the Magic, they had the lead early on 2-0. The Magic tied it up, but then went back and forth, went down to Game 7, down to the wire, and the Cavs won it. But then the Cavs got a big time task, ahead of them playing the Celtics, who the number 1 seed, who had 64 wins. I know they missed the Porzingis, but they still have a lot of guys there. Now Jason Tatum has been playing the best basketball. He's been playing a little kind of mediocre a little bit on the past few playoff games. But hey, the Cavs went out there and handled business, tied it up, and now they're bringing it to Cleveland. And they can go out there and win one in Cleveland as well and try to get some momentum on their side. Hey, you never know what could happen. But I'm liking what's going on in the playoffs. Some pretty good matchups going on, some pretty good things happening. And also, what's another thing that happened too? Who else played? The Mavericks, yeah, the Mavericks and the Thunder. I was watching a little bit of that game yesterday as well, of course. I think I missed the first quarter, but I watched the rest of the game after that. And seeing the Thunder was kind of lingering around a little bit, but then the Mavericks kind of pulled off on them in the fourth quarter. Kyrie Irving making some clutch plays. I think in the fourth quarter he entered with I think he had like 8 or 10 points he entered in the fourth quarter with like that. Then he started just going out there and start putting up stuff and putting stuff up and then making plays, making things happen. He was He's been kind of the closer for them. Luka Doncic is an amazing player, playmaker, can go out there and close as well. But Kyrie Irving is one of the best too as well. We see him do it in the biggest moments. Remember the finals back in 2016? He hit the big shot against the Warriors. So Kyrie Irving's very good at doing that as well. And then Tim Hardaway Jr. he started going crazy. He started catching flame. I remember me and my uncle was talking about that earlier. We said Tim Hardaway needs to start, getting back to being like that spark. And then another quarter later, he started going crazy. He started hitting all those shots. Like, okay, maybe he heard us through the TV. But Tim Hardaway Jr. is an amazing player. For that game right there, he was amazing that game. We also seen, of course, just let them get better on the glass. They're playing better on the glass. They were attacking the rim a lot more. At first game against the Thunder, they was kind of like playing a little hesitant. But this game right here, they played smart. And now they kind of got home court advantage a little bit, winning that one in OKC. So we're going to see what happens in the next games. I believe they play tomorrow, so we should see a good matchup with that. But hey, it's been some great matchups going on. Of course, it's not as dominant of like the superstar power that we usually just used to seeing, because a lot of the star players is injured, so a lot of those guys got eliminated first round or missed the playoffs. But we kind of seen a new regime. It's a new regime, it's a new young stars, new talent here who's coming, and we seeing a lot of like young talent just like take over. Anthony Edwards, the way he's playing, SGA, the way he's playing, and all these different guys, just trying to like take over the league and just start a new regime of players. And we know LeBron's and the KDs are still here, the Stephen Curry's are still here, but it's kind of getting to that point where we're getting a new turn of the leaf, and a passing of the torch. And they're not really passing; they come in to take the torch, really. So we're seeing some great stuff. So yeah, it's been pretty nice to see all these different matchups. Especially most of these teams like in the East. The East is kind of strange because it's like you want to see the Celtics want to have a hold on it, but I feel like it's still, what is that? I feel like it's still wide open. It's like wide open, like, because the Celtics they have moments where they look very dominant, and then they have moments where they go out there and just don't look like they look kind of like mediocre a little bit in a sense. Jaylen Brown and stuff, the turnovers that keep happening throughout playoff history the past 4 years in the playoffs, a lot of turnovers. He always accumulates a lot of turnovers. And Jason Tatum, he'd be going out there and like putting up some nice numbers to be consistent on like most of the part. But this year right here, he hasn't been really consistent as much to the playoffs. I know people here saying, well, their team is winning by this much and that much, so he ain't got to do too much. But yesterday they didn't win they lost. They lost that game. It was kind of playing around, and they lost one game to the Heat too as well. The Heat, who didn't have Jimmy Butler, who didn't have Terry Rozier, and they lost the game to them. They should have probably swept the Heat. And this series right here against the Cavs, you think they have the overwhelming favorites and be overwhelming and outmatch the Cavs, but They struggled in that second game, and now they got to go back to Cleveland. They're going to go to Cleveland and see what happens. So if Cleveland got some momentum on their side, the fans will be rocking, and you already know the fans will be pumped up and have it loud in there. And you can see the Cavs maybe steal another one and take a lead in this series. So, hey, you never know what can happen. But we're going to see and keep watching these games, and I'm going to give my reaction to these games. I'm also beginning some stuff on some of the many rookie camps as well for the NFL that's going on. So, we're going to look out for that stuff and those content. But, yeah, overall, the playoff series has been very, very, very interesting. Very, like, I wouldn't say as entertaining as the other playoffs we used to see in the previous years, but it's still been good. I think it's been very good in the sense of, like, it's like fresh, something new faces, new stars, new moments being made, and like that, new legacies being created. And I'm very pumped up for that. So, hey, let me know in the comment section down below what series that you're very excited for to see the outcome of, and who you got going to the conference championships. I had the Celtics and the Knicks for the East, and I have the Thunder and the Timberwolves for the West. So let me know in the comment section, do you believe that, or you agree with that, or who you got? But I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.